All right, folks. Oh, we finally got a break from the weather. It is overcast. It is sprinkling rain right now, but it's kind of like a very foggy mist. It ain't too thick that I can't split some wood. I've cut a bunch of wood today. I'll get up and show you what I've cut up. I did not film it. I was in a hurry to get it done because I thought the sun was going to come out, but it looks like it's going to be overcast all day, and it's starting to rain harder now. So I want to split a couple pieces of wood, let Rosie out a little bit. Wife's doing some work in the house, so I get to run it by myself, unless she changes her mind and come on down here, but I don't think she is. So let's get to splitting. Let me show you, spin you around, show you what I got. I got some nice chunks right here. That's about 15, I think, right there. Spinning y'all too fast. Beautiful red and white oak. And got a pile up there. I got my partner down here waiting. So let's get to splitting some wood.
Even though it was a whole lot cooler, it's still humid. And somehow I don't have these baskets like they should be, because this is just about full again. A lot went in these two this time, but I need to turn them this way. So I about got I split over a face cord today. While it's overcast. Had someone leave a comment. He didn't like when I split a piece of wood. A lot of time I split a piece of wood and then it goes through the splitter, and then I'll edit it and go to another piece of wood and give you random shots. And he's saying, well, it makes it look like the splitter is not splitting it all the way and you're just giving up on it. Well, no, that's not the case. I'm trying to show you what a 4-way looks like when the wood goes through it, what a 6-way looks like. I very seldom ever have a piece of wood that the Wolf Ridge won't split. Now, is there pieces out there that they won't split?
I guarantee you it is. Along with every other splitter. You got a piece got 4 or 5 knots in it, and they close together, and you try to split in the middle, you ain't gonna split it in the middle. So it's not that we're not trying, we're trying to fool you or make the splitter look more powerful than it is. I'm just trying to give you different shots, because a lot of people like to look, a lot of people use a single wedge all the time. Freaking Jeep left me a comment. He's like the single wedge. He don't like using wedges. And he had a whole lot more to it, but that's what I got out of it, and I respect it. A lot of times I'll use a single wedge. You can manipulate it to get the size and thickness that you want. But for us and the amount of wood we go through, we use a 4-way and a 6-way a good bit. I love the way the 6-way comes off, the wood comes off the splitter. It just destroys it. And I love that look. And a lot of times we use a 6-way because you got 2 little small pieces, something like that, that my wife loves. But I like a bigger piece, like that. And generally the bottom piece of that 6-way, you can make it how thick you want it. And that's what I love about it. But 4-way probably produces the better looking firewood overall, because you can get the same kind of splits out of all 4 pieces, whereas the 6-way, sometimes the 2 top pieces is going to be small. So I hope that explains that. But I'm never going to show you, mislead you, or tell you I'm making this machine looks like it's doing something that it's not. I'm gonna lead you down. I'm not gonna shoot you a crooked arrow, like I like to say. I'm gonna tell you what it'll do, and I'm gonna tell you what it won't do. So appreciate y'all hanging with me. We'll go see what my wife's doing. We got to go unload some pine straw for a friend of ours. So that's gonna take up most of the rest of my day. I'm thankful for the cooler temperature. It is humid. It is very humid, but it's in the 84 degrees, no sun, and unfortunately no breeze. So I'm still sweating. I think Rosie's ready to go to the house. Y'all take care of one another. Be a blessing. Call your friends and your family, because you're not promised tomorrow. You only got one trip, baby. So you got to live it every day. No regrets. Y'all take care. This is Rick's Outdoors. Rose, you ready to go to the house? You ready to go? Say. Yep.